Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel where we are going to be talking about my January TBR. So I'm not entirely sure where this video lines up with the schedule. I do want to mention that we are on a strict schedule for all of my channels. This week's going to be a little different because I do have a few side projects and things that are going to get a few extra videos as I didn't get them up in the first week of January, the TBR, and obviously the wrap up and stuff. So those have to come in, and so we're going to talk about those books right now. I do have two books I'm going to talk about in the very beginning, which are the books I don't own currently. I mean, I will get physical copies of both these books coming up. But yeah, so I have a goal video. I'll link it down below if it's not out yet. Look out for it. It does explain kind of what my mindset is. What is that? My mindset is for the new year and how I'm kind of dealing and handling these things. But I have 8 books here to talk about, and yeah. I have a few challenges. A few of them are very secretive, so I'm not going to tell you about them, but I just want to mention them. So the first book we're going to talk about is Little Women by Louis May Alcott. Yep, that's right. And it follows 4 sisters who live in the 1800s, and it's basically about their mundane life. I started this in December, and it's carrying over in January to see the movie before it gets out theaters. That's the plan. When I do finish this, there is a planned review. I'm not entirely sure, though, if there will be one, so it's a speculative planned review, just to give you a heads up. And yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. So moving on to the next book, which is Middle Game. Middle Game, I'm reading this based off of a recommendation from Books and Lala. I know she's going to hate that. But also, I'm kind of curious. I don't know. It seems weird. I like weird. There's a few other books that she mentioned. One book that was on her worst books list. That sounds so interesting. I want to know all the weirdness about it. And so, yeah. I'm not talking about my 2020. Is that a video you guys want to see? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you guys want to see like my 2020 TBR, my speculative TBR, so you guys can add to it any books you guys want to? Let me know in the comments. I would love to know. Back to Middle Game. Middle Game follows a set of twins, and their creator. It's like they're gods, or they can be gods. I'm not entirely sure. The cover looks amazing. I've never been super impressed by Shauna McGuire, though. I read 2 Wayward Children series, 2 books from that series, and I thought they were both okay. I read them during a 24-hour readathon because they're short, and once again, I thought they were okay. But I'm excited to read a full-fledged novel just to see the difference, and I think it could be really interesting, and maybe I'll like the writing style in like bigger form length. Also, I don't know, this seems like it'd be a really cool premise, and I'm excited to dive in and just experience the weirdness. Now we're going to talk about the rest of my books. I do want to mention Little Women is going to be read as an audiobook. We do have a few audiobooks in here, and when they do pop up, I'll tell you how I'm reading them. Middle Game is going to be read physically. It's a physical read. So the first book I'm going to talk about is my current read, and that is Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is getting a full review. It will go up when I'm done reading it, hopefully within the next, hopefully next week, we'll have a Ninth House review, is the plan. And I'm very, very much enjoying this. This is about Alex Stern when she gets invited to Yale because she can see Greys. Greys are important for Yale secret societies where they do magical rituals to make them wealthy and whatsoever. It's very fun. I very much like it so far, and I'll tell you more about that in my wrap-up, also in that review, in case you guys have already read Ninth House. It was a pretty big book last year, if you guys didn't know, and I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. So, that's the first book we talked about. The second book we're going to talk about is also a book I'm already partially way through, and that is Keeper of the Lost Cities by Shauna McGuire. This was on my December and my November TBR. I had started it, I think, at the end of November. I had returned back to the library at the beginning of December, and I just got it back. So I'm 100 or so pages in, and this is my next pickup, physical read. I'm reading both these are physicals, and I'm enjoying myself. This is I can't ever remember her name. Sophie gets thrown into the world of elves because she is an elf, and she can read minds, and it's all about the crazy workings of the government. It's a middle grade fantasy novel, and it's exactly what I needed in a time like this. So, moving on to the next book, which is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Now, I'm also currently, I promise you, there is books in here I've never even read a page of. We're getting there. That I'm currently in the middle of, and this is J.K. Rowling's second book, or is it Emma Watson? Sorry, I had to say it. I don't like J.K. Rowling. It's not a lie. I don't like her. I have mixed opinions about her soul. But either way, with this particular book, however, I'm quite enjoying myself. There will be a whole review about Harry Potter and Chamber of Secrets, and it'll go up later on this month as well. I'm reading these monthly and reviewing them monthly. These are listening to as audiobooks, but the first 4 books are actually, I'm reading along with the illustrated versions, and it makes the book so much better. I'm highly, highly recommend. And also, illustrated versions of books are currently on the Kindle, I think, is what Amazon told me. So, yeah. Next things next, I do have to have some type of thriller in here. I think Middlegate's like a mixture, but I have to have like a full straight thriller. And that is Karin Slaughter's Pieces of Her. I read 2 other books by Karin Slaughter over the past 2 or 3 months. I'm reading one like a month. And this is her second to last standalone. And then I can make a whole video. I'm making a whole video dedicated to Riley Sagar. That should be going up at some point soon, hopefully. It's this new series I'm starting on my channel. Either way, not the important part. But Pieces of Her, honestly, this is about a mother-daughter. The mother is a murderer? Is that what this is? Let's see here. I'm not right. To save her mother, Andrea embarks on a desperate journey following the breadcrumbs trail of her mother's past. Yeah, like, is her mother a murderer? Is her mother not a murderer? That's kind of like the question it's provoking me. I'm listening to this as an audiobook. I have it already. It's going to be on my start very, very soon. I'm super duper excited to jump into this book. I love Karin Slaughter audiobooks, and I absolutely love her books. They were both on my top 10 of last year. I highly, highly recommend, if you've never picked up a Karin Slaughter, to pick her up. She's like one of my new favorite authors of all time. She's just one of my new favorite authors. My next 2 books are on my shattered Kindle, so bear with me as we go down that rabbit hole of a mess. Because they both are. The first one we're going to talk about is, hold on, I'm pulling it up. It's called iShot. It's by Taylor Adams. I read Taylor Adams last year, also on my best. And it was called No Exit, and this is the book people recommended I would read next, since I read it. So this is, like I said, this is iShot by Taylor Adams. iShot is a story that follows a couple who gets broke down in the middle of, like, literal nowhere. And, there's a sniper that is trying to kill them, and they have nowhere to go. It's very fast, it's very pacey. I'm very, very excited. My Kindle, however, could you see that? Yeah, you can. Shattered the other day. So I'm reading both of these towards the end of the month. Both these will be talked about in my wrap-up. And then we also are partaking in one monthly bookathon. I have another one that I want to partake in as well, which I guess I'll show at the very end here, but I don't know if I'll be able to. So that one's not a definite read. So I'm pulling it up. Come on. It's called The Boys of Brayshaw High. It looks like this. I have no idea what this is about. It is by Megan Brandy, and they think I'll follow the rules. They're wrong. I think it's about a girl who transferred into an all-boys school, and all the boys bully her or whatever. It's a romance. I'm not sure. It's for this monthly booktube, like book club type of thing by Chandler. I'll link her channel down below since she's amazing. And also Katie's Book Dates, or is that what it's called nowadays? Something Reads maybe now? I'm not sure. Katie Weismer, who's like one of my favorite authors, one of my favorite YouTubers. She also has a book, book club type of thing on her Patreon. And so I'll link her channel down below as well, because obviously you guys should do a follower anyways. And their book is Serpent and Dove, so I'll throw it up here. Anyway, I think this is about another like romance type thing where Serpent, I don't know, I have no idea. Like they are like adjoined marriages type of something like that. Fantastical. I'm not sure. It's really popular. People either hate this book or really, really love it. And yeah, but guys, that is the end of this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I know I do. And I'm enjoying quite a bit of what I'm reading, which is really good. And I'll see you all next time for another Be With Love video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.